the handstand hold. I had a hard time learning this, but it would have been easy if I just followed these steps, and it's really important to learn the handstand because it's the gateway to other exercises. It's gonna lead to movements like the handstand push-up, the L-sit to handstand.
I can't do this one yet.
The handstand push-up into the cool thing I can do, into the rainbow, into the dunk, into a cartwheel, or even more exercises that I'm just not strong enough to show you. I can do a handstand, however, so let me show you how to build up the strength and the balance needed to hold a handstand. And the handstand mostly requires balance. However, there's a factor of strength that we need to develop if we want to be able to hold ourselves upside down, of course. So we do need to have a solid base of strength in our shoulders. And to start developing the strength, you can walk your hands into a pike position and hold this spot. Trying to keep your legs straight and having your hips as close to over your head as possible. This will help us get accustomed to having our body weight on our shoulders, and as we get stronger, we're able to increase the difficulty by raising our feet. And after you train the regular pike for a little while, maybe even throwing in a few push-ups, you're gonna have the necessary strength to move on by elevating your feet. And once you get here, we're gonna have more body weight that we need to hold, and it's gonna help us build up even more strength and endurance to hold our body weight. So work the elevated pike hold as long as you need. And once you can hold this for a little bit, it's time to progress and challenge yourself with a new movement, that being wall-assisted handstands. It's probably not gonna be very pretty at first, and you're probably gonna have that like tomato constipation face. However, a main part of learning the handstand is just getting comfortable upside down and training that strength and endurance. And it's gonna get easier as time goes on. Just kick yourself up into that position and hold it for as long as you can. And if you just keep doing this, you're gonna develop the strength to hold your body in a handstand. And there's another one we can throw in there to help us get some more strength and be more comfortable on our hands, and that's wall walks. And when you're starting out, this one's pretty difficult, but you just want to start in a push-up position and slowly walk your feet up the wall and try to get your body as close to the wall as possible. And the closer you get, the more it's gonna feel like you're gonna fall over and die, but that's good. It's gonna help you get over that fear. And to keep yourself on that wall, just push down on your fingers. And once you've held it on the wall for a little bit, just walk back down and repeat. If you're anything like me though, you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time with this one just because of your lack of strength. And that's totally okay. You just gotta work on the handstand holds up against the wall or the pike holds, or even throw in a few pike push-ups, just helping your shoulder strength so you're able to build up the endurance and the strength to do the movement. And the more you practice being upside down, the more comfortable you're gonna get. And you'll go from struggling to walk, to walking it up, to just walking on your hands. You just gotta push through that little struggle. Building up that initial strength is probably the hardest part in my opinion, but once you get past that, it's smooth sailing and we can move on to practicing our balance. There's a lot of ways we can go about this to improve our balance. However, the best way is to use the wall. By doing handstands with the wall in different ways, we're able to hold ourselves in that position, find that alignment, and learn how to balance the handstand. And now that we've developed the strength, the main key here is to start using the wall as little as possible. And when you fall back to the wall, just bring yourself back. The key is just to hold yourself in that position for as long as you can. And to stay in that handstand position, you have to use your hands. These puppies are how we control the handstand, and they're really important. To use them effectively, all you have to do is grip into the ground to bring your body backwards, and release your fingers to bring your body forward. And other factors like our shoulders and the way our body's lined up is gonna play a factor in how we're able to balance. That being said, our hands are one of the main factors that help us stay in that position, and readjusting with our hands should be one of the main things we're focusing on. And when you place them down on the ground, you don't wanna have your fingers flat, you wanna have a claw-like grip. This allows you to have more points of contact, and you're gonna be able to drive your fingers into the ground far better. If they're flat out like this, you're probably just gonna fall, speaking from experience. And if you have parallettes, it's all in your wrist, so you want to push to go backwards and release to go forward. Using parallettes is a little bit more tough though. Yeah, stop being stupid. But that's all the handstand is. It's just finding that balance point and holding yourself in that position. And since learning how to balance on our hand is really important, we can do different poses and just kind of have fun messing around with the other things you can do. And this is gonna transfer so well to the handstand, which can be a little bit harder to balance because of the high center of mass. But if we just keep working on lower progressions like the headstand or the crow pose or the crane pose, it's gonna transfer to the big shebang. And once you can hold the handstand up against the wall, and you can hold some of the lower progressions like the headstand and the frog pose, then I would say start doing unassisted kick-ups and just trying to hold the handstand. And to make it go smoother and really see progress right away, you're gonna wanna do these things. Using that claw grip like I was saying before, so you're able to balance with your fingers. You wanna keep your eyes on the ground, focused on a spot slightly above your fingers. And don't look back. A lot of people say to look back, that's not right. You'll also wanna squeeze your core and your glutes and push through your shoulders. And repetition is really key. The handstand is something that takes a little while to learn. So go out there and try to be upside down as much as you can and really get comfortable just kicking up into a handstand. When I started getting serious about it, I just did it everywhere I went. In my apartment, at my job, at the gym. Man, I don't go that many places. At the grocery store. You get what I'm saying. The more you practice it, the better you're gonna get. So just keep popping up into that handstand. And if you get tired, feel free to take breaks. But it's really about just staying persistent with this one and being patient. And before you go out there handstanding like a madman, you wanna know how to dismount the handstand because it's kind of dangerous. I think the first thing you can do when you don't really have any control is just do the old tuck and roll. And when you start off, I would just go on a soft surface like grass. It's gonna be harder to hold a handstand on grass because you don't have a hard surface. But when you fall, it's not gonna be as painful and you're gonna be able to learn the dismount. And the dismount you kind of naturally get as you gain more control of the handstand. And all you do is as you feel yourself falling over, you rotate your hips to the side and put one foot down. And once you get this, you'll just have a lot more confidence. You'll be able to do it on concrete and stuff. I'm not saying you'll never fall, but it's gonna help you a lot in just being safe as you do these unassisted handstands. And here's what a handstand workout could look like. And the handstand's a movement you can train most days. Just take breaks when you need. But this little 10 to 15 minute routine has really helped me. Yeah, but that's all I got. Hopefully it helps you do your handstands, unlock those new things. And if you have any questions or anything to add, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day. Peace.